Hello everyone, welcome to part 4 of Shadow Generations. We are riding on an eagle to Kingdom Valley, the zone from the much sublime, and by sublime I mean sublimely terrible, Sonic 06. And to be fair, Kingdom Valley is one of the more recognizable and probably the most fun stage of Sonic 06, so I can't blame Sega for going with this stage. And I also can't blame Sonic Team for choosing Kingdom Valley because of the importance it has to Shadow as a character. Because if I'm not mistaken, this or either Radical Train, which is really just the same area, this is where Shadow meets Silver. And Shadow absolutely dominates Silver. If you want to see someone get absolutely owned, just look up Silver Gets Kicked. You will laugh your ass off. And I said this many times before, Sonic 06, train wreck of a game, but Shadow, he just absolutely dominates. He is the only character that makes sense in the grand scheme of things. And even he still messed up the timeline somehow. I don't get it. Anyway, here's Kingdom Valley. This zone makes good use of the Doom Surf. And honestly, I think this is my favorite stage in the whole entire game. It's fast-paced, it has a lot going on, and it doesn't have those damn surfboards, or not surfboards, but jet skis with the towers and shit. I hate those. This game does everything better than Sonic 06. Now the thing about the Doom Surf is that you can strafe left or right by using the bumper buttons. That will help you get to ramps that will get you to higher locations, as well as smash through barrels. And the Doom Surf will come majorly in handy for a boss coming up, so stay tuned for that. Shadow, you can't just destroy holy symbolism like that. That's blasphemy. Anyway, you seen that Doom creature right there? I'm going to need to beat the shit out of him with my spammy as hell homing attack. And I was wrong in the previous parts too. You don't need to tap the button repeatedly for the homing attack to work. You just hold the sucker down and Shadow will do his thing. Like a G. You know, Shadow should just have his own series. Just like a side story to Sonic. It doesn't even have to have Sonic in it. Or if you have Sonic in it, just have him in it for like 2 minutes and that's it. And no, not like freaking Shadow the Hedgehog 05 where he swears and crap like that. That's stupid. That is stupid. I am a defender kind of Shadow 05, but I gotta admit, the guns and swearing is dumb. Even though I find the swearing not bad in and of itself, it's just kind of like, for Sonic? What the hell? Oh, and the missions that are not neutral are garbage water and Shadow, so yeah, there's that too. Grab the bird, Shadow! Grab it! So the Kingdom Valley from the original Sonic the Hedgehog 06, not the original game. I gotta stop saying original, fuck. The concept was pretty neat, but the execution of the whole thing was absolute trash in that game. Kind of like just the whole entire game in general. And that's my biggest issue with Sonic 06, is that it had the building blocks to be great, but, you know, Sega in their infinite wisdom, they had to release the game on Christmas of 2006, not wait for another 6 months or so. Hell, maybe even a year at that point because of how trashy the game was. Oh, and get this. The game was in development for like 2 years at that point. So where does that put it? 2004? Okay, so Sonic Team started development on Sonic 06 in 2004, and they were strictly making the game for 7th gen consoles. And at that point, the Xbox 360 was released in 2004? It may have been 2005, but I know it was the first of the 7th gen consoles, and then the PS3 and Wii came out eventually. So Sonic Team made a game where they had no idea if the system could even run the damn thing. Over ambition? Yes. Did it work? No, it didn't. Sonic 06 is the Battlefield Earth of Sonic games, okay? It's the Battlefield Earth. Except I actually kind of enjoy parts of Sonic 06. I don't enjoy Battlefield Earth. Anyway, here's part 2 of Kingdom Valley. the 2D portion of this stage. I honestly don't like it as much as the 3D portion, but that's kind of how it goes for almost every one of these 2D sections. Actually, no, there's one stage I do enjoy that's 2D over 3D, and that's Chaos Island. But then again, it's Chaos Island. I just don't like that stage at all. It's the Planet Wisp for Shadow, but we'll get to that eventually. Oh god, why was I built like this? Yeah, it's the stainless steel robots from Sonic 06 that Eggman had the bright idea of making, instead of the colorful robots that he had before. And yeah, I know, I keep harping on this, but it's not like the robot designs are bad by any means, it's just that Eggman's using them, and they don't even fit with his look or his character. Like if the government or Gun was using it, then it makes sense, but Eggman? He would plaster his face on everything. Hell, he has a giant Death Star thing called the Death Egg with his face on it. That screams narcissism. Hell, Gerald had the Eclipse Cannon, which definitely had his face on it. That is... his family's full of narcissists. I think Maria's the only good Robotnik here. And what did her goodness get her? Well, that's what Shadow is here for, unfortunately. Honestly, in my opinion, Maria is probably the most wholesome character in the whole entire Sonic series. Outside of Cream, but Cream doesn't count because she only appears in like 2 games every 10 years. Nice. That couldn't have been timed any worse. And I've tried it, and it seems like you cannot cancel out of Chaos Control in this game. So if you use it properly, otherwise you're gonna have to wait. Because for some reason, Shadow is a Time Lord. Professor Gerald was on some stuff when he created Shadow, that's for sure. How do we make the most powerful hedgehog alive? Oh yes, alien DNA. That will work. That will work indeed. Oh yes, my ill granddaughter will just make the hedgehog the ultimate cure for her too. Hopefully the government doesn't catch wind of this, otherwise I'm screwed. And screwed he was. Actually, there's one point in Sonic Adventure 2 where I think I was confused on how did Gerald get arrested, because that part didn't seem to make sense. Was it the Biolizard and Shadow that tipped off Gun into doing what they did and destroying Gerald's life and research? Because I thought those creatures were authorized by Gun. But then again, the American version of Sonic Adventure 2's story is missing a lot of the detail that the Japanese version had, so yeah, I can't really give it too much crap. Okay, maybe I can, because they could have at least explained that part a bit more. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, the controls on turning are not that great, at least when it comes to 2D. In 3D, it's probably the best controlling Sonic game since the Adventure days, but in 2D, it's still a bit clunky. It still doesn't help that you still have to use the stick and not the D-pad when it comes to 2D stuff, which is, it only adds to the clunkiness. Oh my god, it's him! The legend is back! It's freaking big! I have not seen this guy in like 50 years, and that's not even possible. Where the hell did where did he come from? The Sonic team was like, oh yeah, people do love this character. They may hate the fishing, but they love the character.
Hello. Your name's Shadow, isn't it? Have you seen my good buddy, Froggy?
Yo, is my man smiling? That's how you know Big is awesome. He got Shadow to smile for once in his life. And here's what Big's been up to for the past 25 years. He's just been chilling. He's fishing, you know, the usual stuff. You know Big's not a fighter, he's just living life and then he gets sucked into this time void.
War is peace.
Though he doesn't seem too bothered by the prospect. I mean, I would lose my mind in here. It's just nothing but white space. Hence the name. But the most important question is, can he fish in here? Are there even fish in this place? I mean, if there's an assortment of cats, hedgehogs, and a bee in here, then I guess there would be fish. What, you're not interested? That's too bad. Yeah, Shadow. Why don't you like fishing? Well, to be fair, I don't like fishing either. It's a boring sport to me, and I don't really have patience for that. It's kind of like golf. I do not like golfing at all. Unless if it's Happy Gilmore, then I love that movie. There's going to be a sequel to that. Hopefully it's going to be as good as the original. Though I doubt it. I just want to laugh. It's still Happy Gilmore. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. I could quote that movie all day. But damn, Happy Gilmore. That's your home! You're too good for your home? Answer me! Alright, I just got... What the hell am I even looking at? What was that? Talk about a rough sketch. I guess that was supposed to be one of Gun's mechs from Sonic Adventure 2, like the flying dog or something, but I could not make out what that was. Anyway, time for a detour and a stage that may surprise you because I'm not sure if Shadow was even in this game. This is from Sonic Forces. This is Sunset Heights, aka the only recognizable zone from Sonic Forces, so why not just throw it in? Now that's not a knock at Sunset Heights because the stage is genuinely good in this game. It's kind of a knock at Sonic Forces because of how forgettable that game is. So here begins the Dark Age of Shadow, because if I'm not mistaken, Sonic Forces was 2017 or 2018, and this is where the bad writing of Shadow kind of peaked. If you thought 2005 Shadow was overly edgy and just annoying, here's 2017 Shadow where he was pissed off and shallow all the time. Shadow is a dark character, I do get that, but there are times where he emotes. He did not really emote that much in the 2010s at all. In fact, I don't even remember Shadow being in this game, Sonic Forces, at all. When did this happen? Is it a DLC? I guess it did, but I just forgot about it. It really doesn't make sense for Sonic Frontiers because that game gets a representation here, and Shadow was nowhere in that game. And I would know because I played a fair amount of Sonic Frontiers. So the last two stages of Shadow Generations, I almost said Shadow Frontiers. Hopefully Sega makes that. The last two stages are a bit weird in that regard. Though we do have the final stage, which is pretty cool. Kinda hard too, it's actually a hard stage to get through. But if you know Shadow's history, then you'll know that Radical Highway is going to make an appearance. Oh yeah, and FYI, I do not like Sunset Heights music that much. It sounds very, very plain. And while it does have the bounciness of Planet Wisp, it also does not really have the pizzazz of Planet Wisp, if you know what I mean. The song for Sunset Hills just kind of rolls along and that's it. Which is pretty much 90% of Sonic Forces' soundtrack as a whole. I do not like Sonic Forces' soundtrack at all, or the game. Though I will admit, Fist Bump is pretty good. Fist Bump is catchy at least, and it changes octaves every other verse, but hey, it's fun. Anyway, you got these enemies, which I believe are Doom creatures, but I don't know, they glow blue. They charge at you, so you have to be prepared. Just like how Scar prepared to take over Pride Rock. Oh god, not again! Go, Shadow. You must accept your destiny. Anyway, here's more Doom shit without the Doom shit.
So you see what this realm bends to my will.
Oh god, you even got the half pipe from Sonic 2? I hated those. Okay, it's over. Now for this anti-universe section, there will be a lot of those half pipes and very occasional use of anti-gravity, which will throw you off. It's one of the trippier sections that play like this, but remember, you gotta hit Black Doom at the end if you want to beat the game.
Your evolution has been a sight to behold.
So my question is, why is Black Doom being so honorable all of a sudden? He wants Shadow to become the strongest he's ever been. Why not just kill him right now? I mean, I guess that's kind of in line with his original character from Shadow the Hedgehog, but he was still he did some dirty tactics in that game too. He wasn't all nice, especially when it comes to screwing with Shadow's mind in that game. I mean, shit, Black Doom is kind of fucked up.
You put your power to the test.
Yeah, he's just testing us like a school teacher. You know Shadow graduated from the School of Hard Knocks? Or maybe not, he was always a flunker. Anyway, we just keep going down this half pipe, or full pipe, I don't know what this is. You gotta watch out for the purple stuff too, that will hurt. And this section actually kind of reminds me of another section from Stellar Blade, which came out previously the same year as this. It's basically Eve in that game has to slide down this very sketchy as hell chute, and if she fails, she will get shredded. At least here you can afford to get hit a couple of times. Not in that game.
Let's do this.
Sunset Heights is taken care of. Not too bad. I actually kind of like Sunset Heights 3D. Now, as for the 2D section, meh, it's alright. Now, as for my favorite 2D section in the game, or 2D stage, I think it's Kingdom Valley. Hell, Kingdom Valley's just straight up my favorite stage in the whole entire game. 2D and 3D. Now, what's everyone else's favorite stage in Shadow Generations? Is it Kingdom Valley just like mine's? Or is it Sunset Heights, or Space Colony Arc, or maybe it's Chaos Island? Chaos Island do have fans. It has fans, alright. Yeah, here's Act 2, which looks surprisingly more apocalyptic than Act 1 did for some reason. Maybe it's the overcast sky actually blocking out the bridge and the smoke plumes and shit. I don't know, just a guess. You have to make use of the Chaos Spears here in order to deactivate the traps in order to jump off them. You can also use your Doom Surf on the water slides here, which doesn't really have that much freedom in 2D as it does in 3D. All you can really do with the Doom Surf in 2D is jump, boost, and go forward. That's it. And nothing too special about 2D Doom Surf, but it's good in 3D at least. Anyway, you also have the Death Egg robot in the background causing havoc, trying to destroy platforms and crap. You can use your Chaos Control to stop him before he gets going, and trust me, you want to stop him.
This is the ultimate power.
I like how the robot that I just knocked over with my homing attack is frozen with Chaos Control still. Because I know most Sonic games pre-Unleash had the whole enemies explode after you hit them thing, and then with Unleash and afterwards they introduce all the wonky ragdoll physics. Or maybe that was just Unleash with the wonky ragdoll physics. I actually like the Unleash physics. Why hasn't Sonic Team brought that back with the whole wonky ragdolls and the robots flying super far thing? That was pretty interesting. As you can tell, I like when things go limp and die. In video games, of course. And now we're in the sewers. Oh great, my allergies just got worse being in here. The only time you can make the sewers actually cool is Ninja Turtles. That's it. Every other depiction of the sewers is, well, a shit show, as it should be because it's the fucking sewers. Who thought the sewers was a good idea for a gameplay stage? Oh right, it's Mario. We always have to blame Mario. Even though Mario is cool, it's still his fault because, well, he started everything. Therefore, it's his fault. Actually, no, technically Pac-Man started it all. No, Space Invaders started it all. Let's blame Space Invaders. Death Egg Arms don't stand a chance against me. And with that, Sunset Heights is behind us. Look at how cool Shadow is. Now, the thing about the ranking system in this game is it's not based on how many lives you lose or even how many times you get hit. It's solely based on how quickly you beat the level. And some of these stage times are very strict.
Thank you, Shadow.
Where did you learn to fight like that?
They must be from a point in time before the Ark disaster. Perhaps I can change their fate.
Shadow? You look grim. Are you alright?
I'll be fine. We'll all be fine. Find somewhere safe to hide. I'll take care of everything.
Well, if you look at that, the gang's all here. We got Professor Gerald and Maria, who are completely not dead. They are very much alive.
Shadow?
They've been pulled away from their fate, but is it permanent? Are they here to stay? Well, we're just gonna have to find that out next time.